Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today we're going to be testing out new drugstore makeup. I love doing these videos because even though it's affordable makeup, I still want to let you know if it's worth your money or not. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. For this video, all these products except one, I did go ahead and try once or twice just so that this could still be like a testing video, but I'm giving you a little bit more of a review. I thought it would be a little bit more helpful. I did want to start out with a lip balm that isn't new, but this is new to me. The rest is new. So I recently picked up this lip balm from Ulta Beauty, and I'm surprised no one's talked about it. At least I haven't seen anybody. This is the Ulta Beauty Lip Quench. Now, it's a hydrating balm. They do have a couple different shades as well as a clear one. I did get the shade Raspberry because I love a pinky lip. It has apple seed oil, vitamin E. I like it because the shade actually shows up on the lips. It's not like extremely subtle. It's like a nice pigmentation with a lot of shine and a lot of hydration. Like, look at this. Why is nobody talking about this? It's not sticky whatsoever. It's like a medium to light consistency, not super thick, not super thin. It's hydrating. It does smell really good. This one smells like raspberries. And what I love about it the most is that it actually lasts on my lips. Like, I've been wearing this for the past 3 days and I barely have to reapply. So you guys should check it out. It's really, really nice and it's affordable. And it looks beautiful. Moving on to primer. I'm super excited about this one. I've only tried this one time. It's very interesting. It's not the cheapest drugstore primer. Have you guys seen this? It's the NYX Cosmetics Freezie. It is described as a cooling primer and a moisturizer. It says use alone or before makeup and foundation. It does have niacinamide and snow mushroom. It's $20. You do get 1.69 ounces. It says that it has 10 benefits. It's makeup prep, it evens, smooths, minimizes pores, tightens, hydrates, sculpts, softens, calms, and revitalizes skin. I do have moisturizer and skincare. This is what it looks like. It's like a gel consistency, a clear one, and it feels super, super cold on the finger as well as on the face. It is a little bit of like a thicker consistency, almost feels like a silicone slash moisturizer type of consistency. And I will say, my first impressions was that it actually did cover the pores pretty nicely, especially because it's not only marketed as a pore filling primer. It's supposed to just be like an all-in-one base. And I do think it looks really pretty. It is thick, but if you apply like a thin layer on the face, it creates like a nice base. The cooling effect goes away pretty quickly, but it does feel nice and like refreshing. It didn't really like add glow or mattify. It doesn't really change the finish. It does create like a nice base, a little bit slippy, a little bit smoothing. So far I am liking it. Let's see what it looks like over the foundation. Let's like stick to NYX and use a NYX foundation that I've been obsessed with lately. It's the NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint. Got the shade Golden Light. It's like a matte blurring foundation, but it's not drying and it really is very blurring. I'm gonna do a pretty thin layer, and remember, we are matching the neck. Let me know if you guys want an updated full face of NYX, because I feel like they've come out with a lot of, not just new products, but a lot of really nice ones, and I can definitely put them all on my face for you guys. For cream bronzer and cream blush, let's go ahead and use these brand new ones from Hard Candy. I did talk about them in a previous video, and they're super nice. The Hard Candy Face Bronze Off. I got the shade Chocolate Drip. It looks very dark at first, but it blends so seamlessly, and it's very, very radiant. See how like it is dark and pigmented, but because it blends so seamlessly, like you can get away with it. And of course, Hard Candy is super, super affordable, and you can find it at Walmart. Before we add the blush, I'm gonna do some concealer. Today we're gonna be using the new Makeup Revolution IRL Finish Concealer in the shade C6. This is a fairly new product and I have been loving it. I did buy the new IRL powder that we're going to be trying in this video today. Not the pressed powder. I bought the duo one that you guys haven't seen on my channel, so I'm really excited to show it to you guys. This is medium to full coverage. It's not like a hydrating concealer. It's definitely more on like the satin to matte side, but it looks really pretty under the eyes. And I do like to also mix this with my other concealers that are more hydrating, and it creates such a nice finish. So again, this is also from Hard Candy. This is the Face Off blush, and this is in the shade Who Is She? If this is your first time seeing these products on my channel, I think that the blush is definitely less pigmented than the bronzer. Like the bronzer is like super pigmented, and as you guys can see, I'm applying a lot of blush, and it's just a little bit of like a thinner, less pigmented formula, but I still think it's really pretty. If you don't like too much too quick, this is really nice. Moving on to the next new product that we have today. So I did go ahead and pick up this powder from Revolution. It's the Revolution, I believe it's the IRL powder duo. It comes with a mirror and then the pressed powder, and then at the bottom it does come with a loose powder. I still am loving this one, as you guys can see by how it's literally rubbing off. This one is called the Revolution pressed powder, and I got it in translucent. So this is really good for dry skin. And this one I also got in translucent, except this is like a lot whiter. The other translucent powder has a little bit more of like a beige tone. We're gonna use the pressed powder for under the eyes and the loose powder for the rest of the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly blend out any creasing. With these powders, a lot come out, so I like to really tap off the excess on the back of my hand and then go in. So it looks like we're gonna have an extremely bright under eye. I have tried this twice before. It feels like it might be an extremely similar formula as the other pressed powder that I just showed you guys. It definitely does a good job of setting and slightly blurring, but the reason why I like these powders is because they don't feel drying at all. I actually haven't tried the loose version though. I need to test if this has flashback though. The other one doesn't, but the whiteness of it is kind of freaking me out a little bit. This definitely looks like those HD powders that are like super thin and lightweight. And let's just set the rest of the face. Seems like the loose version looks a lot like the pressed version. It's just a different form. It feels just like this one. So if you're looking for a pressed powder that blurs and is not drying, that looks beautiful under the eyes and on the face, if you're not looking for a loose powder version, I think that you would be fine with this one. But if you like both formulas, then go ahead and get this one. But I do think it's really nice. It's very interesting because the concealer is a little drying, but the powder isn't. So I guess they go well together. Let me test if this has flashback. Oh, this doesn't have flashback, so we are in the clear. I don't have a new powder bronzer, but I do have a new powder blush. So I'm gonna add my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade 400 as my bronzer. Okay, so for blush, I have the brand new blush from Colourpop. So they came out with pressed powder blushes as well as bronzers. The reason why I didn't buy the bronzer is because in my Ulta, they didn't have the perfect shade that I was looking for, but I did get this beautiful blush. This one is in the shade New to You. I think on camera, it looks a little bit more of like the Dior blush, like the very cool tone pink. In person, it's really not that purpley. It's not that bright. It's a little bit more pinky. I do believe they came out with a shade Flamingo that everyone's obsessing over because it looks like the Dior one if you're interested. I have tried this a couple times. It's very buildable. I'm so used to having like very like pigmented blushes, and I go in with the lightest hand, and with this one I can literally go in with like a heavy hand and just build it up. I actually do really like it. I really like this shade. I think that if you have medium tone skin and you really like the look of that bubblegum cool tone pink blush, but it doesn't look right on you, definitely try this one. It's like a darker version of it, and I think this is definitely just a little bit more flattering, at least on my skin tone, and it doesn't like wash me out. It's a matte finish, and because it's so buildable, I think I'm gonna try out the darker shades because you can do it such a thin layer without like doing too much. I think the packaging is cute. I like the shades, and the price is right, and it looks gorge. I love it. So for the eyes, I do have a new mascara as well as a cream shadow. So because this is a cream shadow, I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of bronzer on my crease just so that we have something to work with. I also went ahead and added some LA Girl Shockwave eyeliner up here in my upper waterline just for some drama. For the cream shadow, we have a new one from JCat Beauty. You guys know I love JCat Beauty. It's called the Shimmer Struck Shadow Stick. It's interesting because it comes with a eyeshadow as well as a brush, so I feel like this would be so easy to use. I did choose the shade Golden Hour for Life. This is actually my first time trying this out. So that is the shade, stunning. And then this is the brush that you can use to just blend it with. That's what it looks like. It looks stunning. I'm just gonna draw it on. The shimmer in it, it's a little more subtle. This is definitely more like of a wearable shimmer, but it still gives you that glimmer of hope. So let's use a little brush just to blend it out. I think that this could be just such an easy, everyday, quick eyeshadow moment. I really do like the idea of the brush coming with it. And it's just like a very, very thin formula. So if you prefer like more lightweight eyeshadow products, this might be a good one for you. I think this is a stunning shade. I think I wore the perfect shirt for this. This would also just be a really good eyeshadow base because they do have a bunch of different shades of this. They even have a black and a white that is matte. So if you're looking for a shadow base to darken or lighten your looks, this is really pretty. I'm not gonna add any eyeliner because I really wanna test out this mascara. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why. I don't have the highest hopes for it, but I'm hoping that it surprises me. This is the LA Girl Lift Off Mascara. So it says to use the bubble tip to lengthen and separate, and then the like skinnier side for volumizing, lift, and extend. Packaging, stunning. Very, very pretty. Oh my god, like what is this? This is way smaller than I thought. So that is what that looks like, okay? So let me curl my lashes and we can test this out. I do wish that, oh, that looks good. I wish the smaller side was a little bit longer just because it would be hard to get like in the inner corner without getting mascara on your nose. But like, that looks pretty good. And then the bubble to separate. You know what? Sometimes the things that you don't believe in become the truest things ever. What? I will say the bubble is pretty easy to use for the lower lash line. I'm a little shook right now. Let me do the other eye and I'll come back for a second layer with you guys. My only complaint so far is that I do my mascara like this and like this. I'm not very good at doing it like this. And so the shape of the wand is gonna look different on my lashes because I'm using them differently. Does that make sense? Seems like this just has a really, really nice formula that is just building up really nicely. It's like a very thick and wet formula. I don't love the application, but I love the finished result. Like, I don't love this wand, but like it did create a really good amount of volume. I do have a little bit of like spots on my eyes. It's interesting because this, you know, almost gives you like the wispy effect, but like very dramatic wispy. Like this brush is not gonna essentially put your lashes where you want. Like with other brushes, I like really like organize my lashes, if that makes sense. This one is like that wispy look, but a dramatic version, not like the natural wispy look. Like this looks pretty cool. You guys know I love a lot of mascara. I don't mind if it's a little spidery, so I am loving this. I'm very shocked about this. Like, what? I applied my Rare Beauty highlighter as my inner corner highlight, and to finish off the video, we have 2 new lip products. So one of these products, I already know how I feel about it, and the other one will be a first impression. This is from Essence. It's called the Extreme Care Hydrating Glossy Lip Balm. It says up to 8 hours of hyper hydration. I got the shade Soft Peach, and it has hyaluronic acid, shea butter, vegan collagen, and you guys know how much I love a lip balm, so I just buy all the lip balms. So it does come with the same packaging and applicator of their glosses. Why does it feel gritty? Is it supposed to be gritty? This is the shade. It's really pretty, but see all those bumps? So I'm looking on the website and nowhere does it say that it should be gritty. It actually only has 3 stars on ULTA, and people are saying very gritty. Love the color, but it's very gritty. Interesting. Some people are saying this is awesome, and some people say that it smells like expired makeup. I will say, not the best smell or taste. There's little grits everywhere, so to be honest, that kind of grosses me out. It's just more cons over the pros, but I will say, this looks gorge. I'm confused. I love it, but it's a no for me just because of all the weirdness going on, but it looks so pretty. The last lip product I did try 4 times already, and boy, do I have thoughts. So I added my go-to like neutral lip liner. It's the Glam Light Frosted Flakes. I know it's like the most awkward, not awkward, just random lip liner ever, but it's like perfect. So this is actually from Morphe Brushes. It's called the Soulmate. How cute is that name? So it's essentially a velvet lip mousse. There's a lot of those on the market, but I decided to try it out really just for the sake of this video, but I did try it out a couple times. I already did a wear test. This is in the shade Dearest. It looks stunning. I literally put the smallest amount and I just blend the rest out with my finger. You really don't need like much of this product. You don't really need to like cake it on. And I guess I'll just like get to the point. This is like what all the velvet lip mousses that I wanted them to be like. Like this is what I wanted and I finally got it. It's stunning. It gives a full coverage of pigment. Only a little bit goes a long way, so you can have like a thin amount. It's weightless. And what I like about it is that it dries, yes, but not fully, but like enough. It dries enough to where it really does last all day, but it doesn't dry to a lip, like a liquid lipstick formula where it's drying. This is not drying. So it's not gonna be like 100% transfer proof. It's like 85% transfer proof. Like only a little bit comes off. Is it gonna last you all day and all night? No, but is it gonna look stunning and comfortable and beautiful? Yes. And so I've been digging it. I'm gonna let this dry down for a second just to show you guys the transfer, and I'll be right back. You guys, the hair is hairing today. It's pretty much dry, so let me show you guys. See how there's just a tiny little layer, how it's not fully dry, but like it's okay because sometimes we just want comfort, not just longevity. So I think it's a really good mix of both of us. If there's something from this video that I think is a must-have, are the lip products from Morphe and ULTA. Everything else is great though. I really did have a great time with you guys. I love when videos go well. So let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.